Good morning, folks, uh, to everybody who came here to our live stream. So, today, our main focus will be on the read aloud topics due to the online folks for the PTE aspirants 2025. So, we have classes, and today, uh, for those all of them who want to prepare uh, from the APE Uni application, so we can get start from the number 50. Yep. uh, so let's get this, guys. We're gonna differentiate the stronger vocabularies, which can also be known as difficult, or identifying uh, which might get usual, not as much usual, but somehow you can prefer it. Just don't want to make you all afraid, folks, by saying the big and complex read alouds. Okay. um so first of all is all about the emotional strength. It's like how can you be prepared for what's ahead in life, good or bad? Building emotional strength can help you learn how to be confident in handling its twists and turns. But emotional strength doesn't mean pushing aside or suppressing negative feelings or emotions. Instead, it means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to process and respond to them. Here, here we can also listen to performance of other students, like Vinilin Villarina.
How can you be prepared for what's ahead in life, good or bad? Building emotional strength can help you learn how to be confident in handling its twists and turns. But emotional strength doesn't mean pushing aside or suppressing negative feelings or emotions. Instead, it means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to process and respond to them.
Yep, it was even good. She did a great performance, and next of all, we can find uh like Wahid double it three.
How can you be prepared for what's ahead in life, good or bad? Building emotional strength can help you learn how to be confident in handling its twists and turns. But emotional strength doesn't mean pushing aside or suppressing negative feelings or emotions. Instead, it means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to process and respond to them.
Yes, that was even good. He tried well. Uh, it's 84 out of 90. Um, so next, listen about the Prapti.
How can you be prepared for what's ahead in life, good or bad? Building emotional strength can help you learn how to be confident in handling its twists and turns. But emotional strength doesn't mean pushing aside or suppressing negative feelings or emotions. Instead, it means acknowledging them and finding healthy ways to process and respond to them.
Yes, nice. That was even good. Nice try. She did well. Okay, so let's move on next, which is on the puzzles. You may have heard the puzzles and other brain games sharpen your mind, boosting memory, attention span, thinking speed, creativity, and problem solving skills, and that may or may not be true. Scientists can't agree, but we do know that they're lots of fun and a great way to stay engaged and entertained. They're loads of fun.
Loads.
Okay, we have to see that there isn't lots of fun, but loads of fun. Like something that is being carried out by a person, by a vehicle, or the amount of weight that is pressing down by something or somebody. Okay, used to emphasize or not to mention that kind of activities. Okay, scientists can't agree. While the fun and a great way to stay engaged and entertained. Hearing about the puzzles and other brain games that can sharpen your mind. Okay, puzzle games, some boosting memories, attention span. Span means the duration, which of the timing, speed of thinking, creativity, and problem solving skills. Like how to solve any problem, like simple problem or complex it can be, and that may or may not be true. Okay, scientists cannot agree because there are loads of fun and a great way to stay engaged and entertained, right? We can listen to the performance of one student.
You may have heard that puzzles and other brain games sharpen your mind, boosting memory, attention span, thinking speed, creativity, and problem solving skills, and that may or may not be true. Scientists can agree. But we do know that they are lots of fun and a great way to stay engaged and entertained.
Yep, nice try. She did well. Okay, so we can move on the next. Seven natural wonders. It's on hashtag 1393. Okay, so I can move on the first line, which is the natural world is an incredible place. There are soaring mountains and rolling sand dunes, spectacular beaches and shivering lakes, steaming geysers and bubbling volcanoes, and so much more. Although it's all truly dazzling, there are a few destinations and sites around the world that stand out from the rest. And the most significant of all are the seven natural wonders of the world. Okay, we can highlight the main keywords like geysers, bubbling, volcanoes, dazzling, destinations, sites, sand dunes,
dunes,
grayish brown in color. Yep, like dune means a desert type or that it contains sand. Okay, steaming geysers.
geysers,
You can also pronounce it like geysers. No problem if you pronounce as geysers. Okay, a piece of equipment in a kitchen or bathroom that heats water, or it can usually by gas. A natural spring that sometimes sends hot water or steam up into the air. Okay, the text is mainly about the seven natural wonders of the world, right? The word means soaring mountains.
soaring,
It should be like the rising value, okay? To rise quickly, one smoothly up into the air, to fly very high in the air or remain high in the air, to be very high or tall. It becomes higher or louder, okay? You can take the minor poses after quick after the volcanoes, right? Like I am pronouncing the line, the second line, okay? There are soaring mountains and rolling sand dunes, spectacular beaches and shimmering lakes, steaming geysers and bubbling volcanoes, and so much more. So you just folks can observe how I have taken the pose just after the volcanoes, okay? That can be even highlight your read aloud. It can even make it better, even make your pronunciation good. So you just have to pay some attention over there, right? So the next one on which we are going to move is the earworms. Earworms, like in the first line, like the science of yawns, is fascinating. The word fascinating means to attract or interest somebody very much. Okay, the second line, they are a form of auditory imagery where we perceive tone in the brain in the absence of actually hearing it. Yeah, that this line was even good compared to the first line. Let's move on the third line. From the auditory cortex is located in the temporal lobe of the brain, says Samata Sharma, MD, Director of Addiction Consult Psychiatry at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, who has published research on this topic. Okay, you guys, you folks can have some might can catch some problem to pronounce Samata Sharma, any person's name in the context. The word is medicalized like temporal lobe of the brain. It is the functional part in our brain. You can somehow get the information about temporal lobe in the neurological medical biology. Okay, the auditory cortex like prefrontal cortex and the back cortex like hypothalamus, thalamus, or some part like brain stem, and somehow the brain parts you can get the information from the medical book, right? Okay, Women's Hospital in Boston, who has published research on this topic. Imagery means like imaginations that
Imagery.
can be imagined. Yeah, the minds of people reading or listening, pictures, photographs, etc. Satellite imagery, for example. Perceive tone means
Perceive.
perceive, to notice or become aware of something. Absence means not to have any present, like the science of yawns, like how
Yawns.
human yawn is fascinating. Just absolute. Like can have some performance of one student.
Like the science of yawns, the reason for earworms is fascinating. They are a form of auditory imagery where we perceive tone in the brain in the absence of actually hearing it. The auditory cortex is located in the temporal lobe of the brain, says Samata Sharma, MD, Director of Addiction Consult Psychiatry at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston, who has published research on this topic.
Okay, nice. Women's hospital. Women. 165 speed. That that's okay. Not have any much problem. So let's gonna move on next, which is on cats. Hashtag 1391. Cats are popular pets around the world. They are known for their playful nature, soft fur, and independent personalities. Many people enjoy having cats as companions as they can provide comfort and entertainment. However, it is important to take care of cats properly by providing them with food, water. The word veterinary is
Veterinary.
connected with caring for the health of animals. Playful nature, soft
Fur.
fur, the soft, thick mass of hair that grows on the body of some animals, like on the skin. Many people enjoy having cats as companions, as they can provide comfort and entertainment. Yeah, people actually love to take pets in their home, like they can even go to visit some places with their pets without having any places. They actually feel some love while having some companions with them. Okay, I cannot see any difficult word. If you folks can feel any difficulties, you can comment me down. Okay, many people enjoy having cats. The word veterinary is important for you folks.
Veterinary.
Veterinary medicine. We can have a performance.
Cats are popular pets around the world. They are known for their playful nature, soft fur, and independent personalities. Many people enjoy having cats as companions as they can provide comfort and entertainment. However, it is important to take care of cats properly by providing them with food, water, and regular veterinary checkups.
Yep, nice try. It was really nice. The pronunciation should be like this. Okay, so it seems like we just got the very difficult. The first word is might looking very difficult, like existentialism. This might be related with the existence of something.
Existentialism.
Okay, our guessing was right. The theory that humans are free and responsible for their own actions in a world without meaning. A philosophical movement that explores the nature of human existence and the individual's struggle to find meaning in a chaotic and absurd world. We just got some new words like absurd world.
Absurd.
Like it's completely ridiculous, not logical and sensible. Okay, things that are on or that seem to be absurd. Okay, movement explores the nature of human existence and the individual's struggle to find meaning in a chaotic and absurd world. Philosophical movement that explores the nature of human existence and the individual's struggle to find meaning in chaotic. The word chaotic means like in a state of
Chaotic.
complete confusion and lack of order. It emphasizes personal freedom, responsibility, and the importance of subjective experience. Existentialist thinkers delve, like they will die or they will get deep into the concepts such as authenticity, anxiety, and the inevitability of death.
Inevitability.
Inevitability, you can pronounce it in both of the ways, like in the UK accent and in the US accent. This is often because they have found ways of bypassing what might seem like the remorseless inevitability of this curve and its slope. The second meaning, the second paraphrase, ultimately, we must confront the inevitability of our own demise, lose ourselves, as it were, all that we were or dreamed to be. Then, after, it emphasizes personal freedom, responsibility, and the importance of subjective experience. Existentialist thinkers delve into concepts such as authenticity, anxiety, and the inevitability of death. Authenticity.
Authenticity.
Yeah, we can have the clearance of this word. We can pronounce it in the both of the ways in the UK accent,
Authenticity.
authenticity,
Authenticity.
US authenticity. There might you can find the difference between these two accents. You can somehow practice it, then how to make it pronunciation very clear. Okay, we can have the performance of the best performance of the students like it's novel.
Existentialism is a philosophical movement that explores the nature of human existence and the individual struggle to find meaning in a chaotic and absurd world. It emphasizes personal freedom, responsibility, and the importance of subjective experience. Existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre and Friedrich Nietzsche delve into the concepts such as authenticity, anxiety, and the inevitability of death.
Jean Paul Sartre. It seems like my context doesn't include the word Jean Paul Sartre and Friedrich
Existentialism is
Nietzsche. Okay, so that's not a big issue. That might APE Uni application have some problem with this, like the developers might forget to add this in the context. Okay, no problem. So next one is on the gray zone. Hashtag 1389. The researchers concluded that millions of people around the world may have inhabited a gray zone between living and dying, in which they have had an out of body experience. People often wake up profoundly changed, no longer fearing death, and resolved to live a better life. You can have some focus, or we can impact or on the concluded.
Concluded.
It means to decide or believe something as a result of what you have heard or seen. Okay? That millions of people around the world may have inhabited the gray zone.
Inhabited.
The word inhabited means to live in a particular place. A gray zone, a gray colored zone,
Gray.
a dull or full of clouds, pale and dull because they are ill or sick. People often wake up profoundly.
Profoundly. Profoundly. Profoundly.
Okay, we can get the same pronunciation from both of the accents, no problem, in a way that has a very great effect, or very seriously, completely, no longer fearing death and resolved to live a better life. Resolved.
Resolved.
The word resolved to find an acceptable solution to a problem or difficulty. The second meaning, to make a firm decision to do something. The third meaning, to reach a decision by means of a formal vote. Fourth meaning is on strong determination to achieve something. You can, folks, see some examples down the context so you can pronounce it like this.
The researchers concluded that millions of people around the world may have inhabited a gray zone between living and dying, in which they have had an out of body experience. People often wake up profoundly changed, no longer fearing death, and resolved to live a better life.
Yeah, we can listen more about.
The researchers concluded that millions of people around the world may have inhabited a gray zone between living and dying, in which they have had an out of body experience. People often wake up profoundly changed, no longer fearing death and resolved to live a better life.
Like it seems like this read aloud needs some more speed to get the real context and scores, but it can be even improvable. If the guys do more practice, no problem. Practice makes man perfect. You folks need more practice if you want to be an expert in read aloud, or you can either get 90 out of 90, that can be even easier. Practice matters. They should be befitted in your mind. So the next one is on the death experiences. These days, it seems near death experiences are a common phenomenon. Phenomenon, it should be like a process,
Phenomenon.
a fact, or an event in nature or society, especially one that is not a person or thing that is very successful or impressive. The research team, which studied hundreds of cases to narrow down the medical definition, discovered that around 15% of people who have been resuscitated from a coma after cardiac arrest have had these experiences.
Resuscitated.
Resuscitated, we can see more difficult word. The word resuscitated meaning to make somebody start breathing again or become conscious again after they have almost died. It should be like a people who can get the live again after becoming a dead person. Okay, he had a heart attack and all attempts to resuscitate him failed. Cardiac arrest. The word cardiac arrest is related with the heart. Cardiac disease, hypertension, hyperinsomnia, which all of the diseases are connected with the heart. Okay, if you folks need some exemplarized audio, then you can comment me down. So next one is on the perfect pitch. First line we can have the pronunciation like early experiences with music play a role in human beings. I cannot see any difficult word in this particular line. If you folks can, feel free to ask. Feel free to comment down in my section. Most babies have, and this is usually preserved if they are given music lessons at an early age. Speaking a tonal language such as Mandarin, where words can have different meanings depending on tone and pitch, also help to develop perfect pitch. So I cannot observe any difficult word in this context. If you folks, you can just check out the pronunciation. The
Mandarin.
word Mandarin is the official language of China. Mandarin orange, a small orange whose skin becomes off easily. A Mandarin was in former times an important government official in China. It can even be known as an official government in the China. Yes, you folks can get some information or can extract information about the Mandarin on Wikipedia or some websites, or Mandarin oranges you can find on your general stores. And that's not a big issue. You can just check out. Okay, so let's have a look out at
Early experiences with music play a role in human beings. Most babies have perfect pitch, and this is usually preserved if they are given music lessons at an early age. Speaking a tonal language such as Mandarin, where words can have different meaning depending on tone and pitch, also helps you develop perfect pitch.
Yeah, nice. But some words are looking in red areas like experiences words needs a better pronunciation. I think it's a glitch in that context, or usually lessons, language, Mandarin, different meanings, help. So these words might need some correctness. Dipesh Shivakoti.
Early experiences with music play a role in human beings. Most babies have perfect pitch, and this is usually preserved if they are given music lessons at an early age. Speaking a tonal language such as Mandarin, where words can have different meanings depending on tone and pitch, also help to develop perfect pitch.
Okay, so I want to say thank you to folks who loves my classes. I can usually make a live on YouTube, so feel free to ask if you have any question related to the PTE. I can help you anytime. Just email me. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you folks are enjoying. Okay, so this context was looking really easy, not a big issue. So let's move on to the next, which is on the songbirds. Songbirds do early do indeed have perfect pitch. A scientific study has shown that various songbirds, including zebra finches and white-throated sparrows, are much better at determining, distinguishing, and remembering isolated pitches than human beings or rats. Even when human subjects were provided with a second sound for comparison, they were skilled at determining its pitch than songbirds. Okay, let's check out performances of students from worldwide level.
Songbirds do indeed have perfect pitch. A scientific study has shown that various songbirds, including zebra finches and white-throated sparrow, are much better at determining, distinguishing, and remembering isolated pitches than human beings or rats. Even when human subjects were provided with a second sound for comparison, they were far less skilled at determining its pitch than songbirds.
Yeah, nice try. That the guy gives his best, but we can fill some pauses after some words that can might affect your fluency, but that's not a big issue. Okay, it can affect on the APE uni on the speed, particularly on the speed criteria, so that can be improvable, not a big issue. So we can move on the next. It's on the sadness and distress. There is a big difference between sadness and distress. Feeling a bit sad or angry is normal in your day-to-day life and can be triggered by a range of different things. However, if you are feeling increasingly angry, frustrated, helpless, or confused, then you may be suffering from something which requires a. Okay, it it is related with the depression, sadness, how the people usually get in depression, how they even can get sadness, how they can overcome from this all situations, and this needs to be done because it can have devastating effects on health. The people or persons who feel this, their personal experiences was even danger. We cannot listen there. Okay, so the next line is, however, if you are feeling increasingly angry, frustrated, helpless, or confused, then you may be suffering from something which requires a professional to step in. Okay, so we can jump on the next. Hashtag 1384 sleep schedule. Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is crucial for a good night's sleep in autumn when daylight hours are shorter and the body's internal clock can be disrupted. Yo, we guys here just got some many words of high vocabulary level. Consistent meaning
Consistent.
always have behaving in the same way or having the same opinions, standards, happening in the same way and continue. Night sleep in autumn when daylight hours are shorter and the body's internal clock can be disrupted. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate your circadian rhythm. The word circadian means
Circadian.
connected with the changes in the bodies of people or animals over each period of 24 hours, allowing your body to anticipate when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake, promoting deeper and more restful sleep. Anticipate
Anticipate.
or anticipate, to expect something, to see what might happen in the future and take action to prepare for it, to think with pleasure and excitement about something that is going to happen, to do something before it can be done by somebody else. Going to bed and waking up at the same time to regulate, like how you can maintain your circadian rhythm of 24 hours of sleeping schedule, like you generally guys pick the 7 to 8 hours spent in the sleeping. So that means your circadian rhythm might can be perfect, promotes deeper and more restful sleep, sleeping with more resting. The autumn weather,
autumn,
autumn season, or the year between summer and winter, when leaves change color and the weather becomes colder. Season is known as the autumn, guys. We can listen to performance of
Maintaining a consistent sleep schedule is crucial for a good night's sleep in autumn when daylight hours are shorter and the body's internal clock can be disrupted. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day helps regulate your circadian rhythm, allowing your body to anticipate when it's time to sleep and when it's time to wake, promoting deeper and more restful sleep.
yeah, that's performance was even good. Let's move on the next. Winter months, as the nights dawn and the days turn a little gloomy, the winter months can often have an impact on our mental and physical health. With that in mind, a trip to sunnier climates might be exactly what you need to give your well-being a boost. These all of the aspects are related with your health, the context that all of these read alouds have taken from the same context of health relations. No big issue. You just exactly have a look at some words, guys. The words are night's jaw turn a little gloomy. Gloomy means nearly
Gloomy.
dark or badly in a lit way that makes you feel sad, like feeling of sadness, distress, sad and without hope, much hope of success or happiness in the future. Okay, well-being means the overall mental and physical health of your body, how your cognitive functions and physical functions, how both can be measured. Climates might be exactly what you need to give your well-being a boost. Okay, so next one is about the government. Oh, sorry, nervous system. Your nervous system allows you to think, move, and feel, but there's a whole other part of the nervous system that is largely outside of your control, operating automatically and quite independently from your conscious mind, and it keeps you alive. How it can have the large impact independently from your conscious mind, the part of your brain that can be conscious, the conscious mind. When you sleep, your conscious mind can be wake up independently from your conscious mind, operating automatically. So I cannot find any difficult word. If you folks can find, you can just contact me, or you can have the pronunciation checking. Many students got 90 out of 90.
Your nervous system allows you to think, move, and feel, but there's a whole other part of the nervous system that is largely outside of your control, operating automatically and quite independently from your conscious mind, and it keeps you alive.
Okay, so we just got some two poses after mind and control, but that's not a big issue. You can even get better. Okay, conscious mind during the winter season. Okay, let's try that conscious mind. Like I can spend one ticket on it. Let's check my score. How I can get 80 plus. Operating automatically. Yep. Your nervous system allows you to think. Okay, so we just did it better. Let's check if we can get get a score better. Your nervous system allows you to think, move, and feel, but there's a whole other part of the nervous system that is largely outside of your control, operating automatically and quite independently from your conscious mind, and it keeps you alive. Okay, so let's click on the scorings. This is how we usually get from the APE Uni application. If you folks can, okay, so we just got 90 out of 90. Your nervous system allows you to think. This scoring system of AP Uni that usually gives 90 out of 90 to the aspirants. This is how the AI, artificial intelligence of AP Uni application works, but that's okay. I don't have any critics about that. So this one is on the last. We can have the highlight of it. Um, During the winter season, various eye issues can arise due to harsh weather conditions. Excess tearing and watery eyes, often caused by cold air and icy winds, can lead to eye redness and inflammation. Yeah, the word inflammation meaning a condition in which a part of
Inflammation.
the body becomes red, sore, and swollen because of infection or injury. And after, this can be often be due to dry eyes from the combination of entering and exiting the cold weather and rooms that have been heated with central heating. The rooms which contain these central heaters that can be even have inflammation issues on our body. Inflammation impacts on our gastrointestinal system. Cold air, icy winds. These vocabularies can even be helpful for you folks. So it will be better if you can note this all the words. Eye issues, weather conditions, excess tearing, dry eyes, and harsh weather conditions. The word harsh means
Harsh.
harsh, cruel, severe, and unkind. But it can also have the meaning of unpleasant or very difficult. So you just folks can go for it. So I want to end my live stream here. Thank you folks for joining. See you soon. Keep practicing. Thank you.